What up, guys? In today's video, we're gonna talk about how to maintain muscle mass when you're on a cut. So, when you're dieting and want to lose fat, how can you maintain and prevent muscle loss? Okay, so the first thing is you can prevent most of the muscle mass loss. But if you're a natural bodybuilder, you are gonna lose a little amount of muscle every time you diet. It's unescapable, it's unavoidable. You're gonna lose a little bit of muscle. It's not gonna be a huge amount, except if you're an idiot, but if you're doing it smart, it's gonna be a very small, insignificant amount, okay? So this is how you prevent it. The first fact, number one, don't go too low in calories. Right? Don't start your diet with 1500 calories and don't go any lower than 1500 calories at the end of your cut. That's gonna severely impact your hormones and fuck up your gains. So, number one, don't go too low in calories, okay? Number two, you have to eat enough protein. So, what I recommend, 1 gram per pound of body weight. So, if you weigh 180 pounds, you take in at least 180 grams of protein. So 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, and your muscle is gonna be definitely safe. Okay? Because protein is the building blocks of muscle mass. So protein is especially important when you want to maintain your hard-earned gains. So number two, take in enough protein. Number three, lift heavy weights 2 to 3 times a week. So you have to hit every single body part 2 to 3 times per week to stimulate enough volume and intensity. And you have to use relatively heavy weight, because when you use very heavy weights, it sends a signal to your body, hey, we fucking need this muscle, because if we burn this muscle off, we're not gonna handle these fucking loads anymore. But if you send a signal to your body, hey, we fucking need this muscle to handle this heavy weight. So you should always be lifting heavy weights. I recommend at least 60% of your 1 rep max. So you measure your 1 rep max, and at least a minimum 60% of that should be used as your normal routine. But I recommend even more, 70%. Okay? So, number three, use heavy weight frequently. So, the frequency should be 2 to 3 times per week. Number four, get enough sleep. Now, sleep is especially important when you want to build muscle, but also when you want to maintain muscle, right? There's been tons of studies done. One group slept less than 5 hours, and one group slept 7 to 8 hours. And the group who slept more retained a lot more muscle mass and lost a lot more fat. So it's not just bro science, right? Sleeping is super important for your muscle mass because it helps the hormones, right? A lot of testosterone and growth hormone are secreted during fucking sleeping, right? So, number four, sleeping is especially important, okay? Now, the last one, number five, is don't do a ton of cardio, especially steady state cardio, okay? So there are basically two kinds of cardios I recommend. If you want to see my detailed video on cardio, you can go look that up on my channel. But there are basically two kinds of cardio you are allowed to do when you're a bodybuilder: super slow walking and high intensity interval training. But there's now the cardio you should stay away from is steady state cardio. That's basically jogging or doing something at a medium intensity for a long time. If you do that, maybe once a week, twice a week, it's not gonna hurt you. But if you do that a lot, your body is gonna start to think we're doing all of this cardio, it's hard, and this muscle mass is in the way. It's making us slower, less productive, so we're gonna burn this fucking muscle away. That's what starts to happen when you do a lot of cardio. That's why you see a lot of marathon runners are fucking skinny, because the cardio burns away through all the fucking muscle mass. So, slow cardio and high intensity interval training. Now, slow cardio, you can basically do it every single day and it's not gonna hurt you. It's not gonna impact muscle. But high intensity interval training, you should do it maximum 3 times a week. More than that, it's gonna hurt your muscle gains because it's gonna hurt your central nervous system. It's gonna get fried. So you're gonna secrete more of the stress hormone, cortisol, and it's gonna inhibit any muscle. Right? It's gonna burn through muscle the same way as the steady state cardio. So don't overdo HIIT cardio. Me, when I'm cutting, I just like to do slow cardio on an incline treadmill. Fuck HIIT cardio, right? Fuck that shit. Why should you risk your muscle mass? So those are basically the 5 tips how to maintain muscle. You do all these tips correctly, your muscle mass is gonna be fucking safe. Thanks for watching. Hope this video helped you out. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace out.